B1 positive. Okay, let's keep our lump sum text.
So our AE was A bar plus C1 B1.
Right, this is what we did in page 5 exercise. Okay, and you discuss AE is steeper because it has C1 B1. Okay, right? Of course, we can put B2 0, I'll just skip. So our focus is on multiplier, so I must look at equilibrium income. AS must be equals to AE. So write down Y, remember the Y is there. A lot of students missed out. So C1 plus B1. And some of you already saw the answer. Okay, this will become 1 minus C1 minus B1. Y is A1. So what is the multiplier? The multiplier is 1 minus C1 minus B1. A1. Okay? So you can go and put a B1 inside, say 0.2. Any value you like. Right? And you will see that the multiplier is larger. Okay, I'm going to put it in to show you. You get 1 over 1 minus C1 minus B1. This is definitely larger than 1 over 1 minus C1. Right? But what was the intuition? Not because the equation says so, right? But the intuition is because change in AE is larger. Right? Because you have C1y and C2 B1y. Okay? B1y. So the economy should grow faster because not only households are spending, firms are spending. So this firm spending appears in the multiplier, giving you a bigger multiplier. Now, let me tell you, all of you, if you really stare at this equation, some of you say, how can this be smaller? This one is in the denominator. If you're not familiar with substitute values, you will prove to you. Okay, but we don't do that in year 2 economics. But the intuition is the same. Right, with B1, C1, change in AE larger is equivalent to say a bigger multiplier. Because more people are spending, the economy will multiply faster. Okay, now let's do the bottom case. Alright, now we have C1, B1, T1 positive. Okay, so let's assume T bar is also B2 is 0, okay? Throughout B2 is 0. So AE was A bar. Okay? C1 plus B1 minus C1 T1. So if you're not familiar, go back to your page 5 exercise question and you see. So how you construct your AE will affect the rest of your answer. Alright, so don't just say AE is C plus I plus G. I teach you the technique. Group the constant together, call it A bar. Group all the income together, now you know it has an impact. It affects multiplier. Okay, so to find multiplier, you must be at equilibrium income. AS equals AE. Okay, so put it in again. A bar plus C1 B1 minus C1 T1 1. Okay, then bring across. You will get 1. Remember there's a 1 here. Minus C1 minus B1 plus C1 T1 1 equals A bar. So what is the multiplier? Bring it over. Times the A bar. Right, so you can see, please do not memorize things. Right, learn to memorize the detailed equation based on the assumption, derive AE, derive multiplier. It all comes with practice. So I don't deny some of you may not be so strong in maths. You deal with plus minus, you take a bit more time. But if you practice, you will get it. Don't memorize. So in this case, I hope you can tell this is smaller because this is a denominator with a plus sign. Right? So in this case, we put in the answer 1 over 1 minus C1 T1 minus B1 plus C1 T1. Definitely smaller than 1 over. Right, so what is the economic intuition? What is the analysis behind it? Why is the multiplier smaller? Because we know change in AE is smaller. Right, because change in C is smaller. Because individuals now must pay tax. Right, so the amount of money pumped into the economy naturally is smaller. That's why you get a smaller multiplier. Okay, alright, so in summary, what we see from point B is, okay, at any time, if C1 were to go up, that's good. This is like what China wanted. We readily spend our income. Or B1 goes up, which is good. You want firms to readily buy capital goods. Or government cut income tax. So all this will give you a flatter AE, a steeper AE. Okay, this is done in page 5 already, but our focus is multiplier. Right, if AE is steeper, you know change in AE is larger. So intuitively, it means multiplier increase. Okay, and then I'm repeating the entire answer again. Right, a bigger multiplier because you now have household and firms. The bigger C1, a bigger B1, or a lower T1. They are more responsive to spend. Okay, so change in AE is larger, change in GDP is larger. So you can see everything, right, leads from one point to another. It's very consistent. I've done zero memorizing work here. But if you study in a very consistent manner, you will have